how aggressive then does monetary policy need to be in the future to combat that?
Well, you know, when a recession comes, you basically have to limit it as much as you can. That's too late for this one. The question at this point is there some of these effects still around in the US, and therefore should monetary policy be more aggressive? I think in the US today the unemployment rate is very low, so that's not an issue. Labor force participation has decreased steadily for reasons other than that, but it may have decreased further because of that. So there might be some room to play. It may be that the equilibrium unemployment rate, or the neutral unemployment rate, or the natural unemployment rate is lower than where we are. It could be that labor force participation can be increased a bit. This suggests erring on the aggressive side of monetary policy, not very aggressive, but you know, being more relaxed about when we increase interest rates.
Olivier, we talk a lot about the composition of the Fed and how it's going to look under President Trump's hand. And it seems like to many he wants to change the composition of the Fed, in that he wants someone who's going to want to deregulate, someone who's a lower for longer interest rates guy, but also sees his growth potential in the administration in terms of tax cuts. What do you see?
I don't follow the politics at that margin. I think the Fed has done very well. I hope very much that the president chooses somebody very much like Janet Yellen, or maybe Janet Yellen herself. The Fed has done what was right. I think it's going at it about right. It's being very careful about increasing interest rates. It's looking at the labor market. For the moment, there is no strong pressure on inflation, so I think there is no reason to be aggressive about increasing interest rates. And I very much hope that the Fed continues on that path.